I feel like I should.
Ask.
Do do do.
I don't know if you saw it, but you're ruffling the pages right in front of the mic.
It's our music.
Do we have a Discord? We do have a Discord channel. We just don't use it for anything because I am old and don't understand.
And I have ADHD and I forget to check it all the time.
So,
but we do have one.
There is
one. We
one.
actually have chats for all of the games that we play too.
Well, we set it up a while, or it was set up a while ago. So it was pre-One Piece. So I don't even think One Piece is a game on there, unless Mark went back and added it at some point. But so the answer is yes, but there's pretty much no use to it.
Sorry.
But I mean, if
you wouldn't run it, we would love to have a volunteer.
I don't know that Vincent was asking to do that, but
well, you know, you never know until you ask.
This is true. So anyway,
it could be his passion.
On to the comics after 4 weeks now of not doing a video.
But yes, but part of that time I was in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry that you were not in Pittsburgh.
For about a week, yeah. I was in the hospital. Well, I was at the hospital.
Yes.
I wasn't in the hospital.
Yes. But while there, I got lots of goodies.
Yay,
and
goodies.
The first one is you should be getting in your bags this week. When you check out, make sure you get your bag because BattleQuest Comics has given us a preview. Not a comic per se, but it is a Comics Pro exclusive cover because they've got their
Oh, I should turn that off.
Adorable. Here we go. Comics Pro logo on it.
You said it's not a comic, so what is it?
It's a preview. It's really just a preview.
Oh, okay. Of one thing?
Of their different books. Of their different books. Of what BattleQuest Comics has going on.
Gotcha.
Which, you know, it's a great way to see what's going on and see if there's anything that sounds interesting to you that you might want to check out, because then you can check it out.
By the way, I turned the book around, but when I did so, I didn't realize that the entire thing was upside backward. So you may want to adjust
that. Great. Now I have to replace it, guys. Sorry. Okay. Let's try this with Adventure Man Ghost Lights #2. Let's see where we're at here.
Worked out pretty well.
That was pretty close. All right. That's a fun cover. I like that cover. That might be my cover pick. I didn't have a pick cover. I didn't make a cover. Did you pick one for me?
No, I didn't pick one.
No, I forgot to do it. I'm sorry.
There's something else though that
hopefully he'll get it added on.
There's something else that I thought about picking for you, but I ended up not. Maybe I'll recognize it.
The Agent. This is a fun book. I like this book. Unfortunately, the B cover came damaged. So I've got some color breaks on that, but it's a really fun wolf.
I love the yeah, it's a really, really fun cover.
There's a picture I hope I stilled on for everybody. Alien Black, White, and Blood is back with #2. Also damaged B cover. We had a very bad box that got dropped, apparently. But we also got this. This is Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. This is our first new #1 for the week. Derek, you want to read our description?
Sure. From Spiro Toy Enterprise, so I guess maybe we're launching a toy line or something. The great houses of the animal kingdom are in shambles. A tyrannical ruler has all but consolidated his complete control over the land and sea. With the impending fall of the last resistance stronghold, the flame of hope is almost extinguished. One last beacon of light is all that remains of the once robust resistance, a young ape named Pale, whose quest to mend the fractured trust between the great animal houses will be tested as he seeks to neutralize Emperor Kali. So, sounds interesting.
It sounds interesting. And they could make cute toys.
True.
If that's what they're going for. But anyway, I don't know. Avengers Twilight Book 2 has a second printing. And Book 4 is out this week. We have a Mark Brooks headshot variant. Who's the fastest one who could name who that is? Francesco, who's this? Francesco Mobili variant cover?
Oh, you between us? I'm sorry.
No, I meant online.
Oh, okay.
Carmen
I
Carnero
knew who it was.
Lightning Bolt variant. I knew you did.
I'm not sure why you whispered it to me.
Because I didn't want to be wrong. That would be embarrassing. Batman and Robin, number 7. Batman and Robin are going strong. Derek Chu did a variant cover there.
Really fun.
And so did Kyle New. And then we come to our first kid book, number 1 of this week. Batman and Robin and Howard.
Written and drawn by Jeffrey Brown, the guy who did the Star Wars kid book things. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think what. There's a hook to it. I can't think what the hook is now.
The Shakespeare, they're written in iambic pentameter.
Are they? Okay, sure. To Damian Wayne, there is nothing more important than protecting the streets of Gotham City as Robin. When he makes a critical mistake while out on patrol, Damian finds himself benched on top of transferring to a new school. When his new classmate Howard offers to show him the ropes, Damian finds himself in a challenge he never expected.
Okay.
New all-ages Batman book for
New York Times bestselling author of Jedi Academy and Space Time. Yep. Oh, with colors by Sylvia Burns.
I didn't know that.
She should get credit for that.
Yeah, of course Sylvia.
And then there's another new number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Batman Dylan Dog. This is a 3-issue micro series, and Derek's going to tell you all about it.
See how the fates of Batman and Dylan Dog intertwined in the past through their lethal nemesis. How would you say that? Nemesis?
Nemesis.
The Joker, the clown prince of crime of Gotham City, and Professor Zabras, a mad genius with a taste for bringing the dead back to life. Joker is in London to seal a hellish pact with Dylan Dog's nemesis, the Mephistophelian Zabras. The doorbell of Craven Road number 7 screams, and beyond the doorway, Bruce Wayne appears. For the Nightmare Investigator, an incredible adventure begins side by side with the Dark Knight. They'll have to forge an uneasy alliance, putting aside their differences in order to successfully confront and defeat an evil that comes from the past.
Okay, it does say the doorbell of Craven Road number 7 screams, yes. And beyond the doorway, Bruce Wayne appears.
Maybe it's not.
That was a very confusing sentence to me,
maybe
and I was very confused by that.
Maybe
sentence.
The doorbell doesn't go ding dong.
It doesn't. Ah!
So, Dylan Dog, in case you don't know, is a character long published over the other side of the ocean, in Italy, I do believe. There was a movie actually here in America a few years back, Dylan Dog, but not a whole lot about him here in America. But this is a crossover that everybody didn't ask for. But I'm curious.
But there's a new number 1 that comes immediately after Batman, and that would be Black Widow with Hawkeye.
No, it's Black Widow and Hawkeye, not Black Widow with Hawkeye.
Well, you said that was a crossover with Batman with Devil Dog, so this is Black Widow with Hawkeye.
Dylan Dog.
Whatever I said. What'd I say?
Devil.
Devil Dog.
The eyes of a hawk and the venom of a widow. Even when Black Widow and Hawkeye. Okay, that bugs me. But anyway. The eyes of a hawk and the venom of a widow. Even when Black Widow and Hawkeye had no one to trust, they still had each other, even though their paths sometimes diverged. So when Clint Barton is accused of a rogue assassination attempt that puts the U.S. and Madripoor at odds, a symbiote-equipped Natasha Romanoff thinks nothing of coming to his aid. But as echoes of their past ripple into the present, it will take all their faith in each other and the lessons learned along the way to protect their futures. Join fan-favorite creators Stephanie Phillips and Paolo Villanelli as they celebrate 60 years of Black Widow and Hawkeye with this new chapter in the pair's storied legacy. Okay, so I guess it is set in the current time. The way it says with the new chapter in the pair's storied legacy, I thought it was like one of Marvel.
Yeah, because she has a symbiote now.
Right, so that's what I'm thinking. It must be in current time. The storied legacy part made me think it was one of those back in the past stories that Marvel keeps doing.
Would this be the cover that you picked for me?
No, that's the cover.
I do think that's a gorgeous cover.
Yes. I think that is the cover.
That is a gorgeous cover. I will have to admit. If anybody knows what Black Widow this is from, what era, what artist, whatever, we would love to know. I mean, this one's done by Art Germ, obviously, but
Yeah, I have
we
no
both
idea
are,
what
are
era
confused
Black
as to
Widow
what
that
era
is.
Black Widow this is.
But that is a hot Black Widow.
So
book.
I will be Black Widow, and you can be Hawkeye.
Oh, we're reading the cover. Can you? Do I need to kind of turn back that way?
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me.
Why?
In the neck.
Oh, stop shrieking, Kang, you baby.
See, okay, we don't know that. Nowhere here do we see Kang shrieking.
No, we don't.
I thought that she was replying to Hawkeye, but she's not. She's referring to Kane, who I guess they're Kang.
He shot in the neck.
So I guess they're shooting.
He shot them in the neck.
Well, if you shoot me in the neck, I'm gonna shriek too.
So we don't have anything we can actually say about this book, but also in your bags this week, make sure you keep a lookout for Blood Hunt Diaries. Who will bite it?
This is a promo book Marvel gave out to promote their upcoming Blood Hunt crossover. Something interesting about the Blood Hunt crossover, there'll be two versions. There'll be the regular newsstand version, which is rated the usual PG, maybe PG-13.
Teen plus.
That most Marvel books are. And then there'll be a bagged version, which is a red band. I don't remember what they're calling it exactly. It's red something, which will be a bit more extreme. The contents will have extra art, I presume extra dialogue, making it a bit more mature, which is why it will be polybagged.
Oh, more blood.
Well, I said
I saw pictures of it, and yeah,
super gory.
It's gory.
Well, I hope
they showed us the sneak art at Comics Pro.
I hope they have the good sense to add some extra dialogue to it to make it not just blood.
There was big differences in the art, so okay. I mean it's definitely a different variant. It's not just a variant cover; it's a variant story because the art is very different.
For those of you who are going to want this crossover, it's basically the Marvel Universe versus vampires. DC did it a few years ago, so now Marvel's doing it. I don't mean that to sound in any way sarcastic. I'm a vampire fan, so I'm curious to read it. But I don't know if they're going to solicit them as two separate things, or if, as I understood it originally, the more extreme version would just be listed as a variant of the regular one. So if you want the more extreme ones, you're going to have to make sure you specify that to it, because otherwise, if you just say Blood Hunt, you're going to get the basic one.
The regular cover.
So keep that in mind.
If you want the red banded cover, you need to make sure you choose that variant. Blowtorch Comics, Blowtorch from One Comics is on issue number 2. We are at Bad Roads. Also at number 2 is Blue Book 1947. Tynan is back with his UFO real stories. And the variant covers by Victor Santos. And yes, his name is pronounced Tynan because everybody did it at Comics Pro, including himself. So
yeah, Tynan
is how we pronounced it, but it's Tynan.
Tynan. That he was there and I wasn't able to go.
His name is Tiny Onion, his website. Mm-hmm. It rhymes with onion. Tynan.
See, it doesn't.
Tynan. It rhymes with onion, which is I have to get used to saying it.
Call him JT. Between him and Matthew,
JT4.
Between him and Matthew Rosenberg being there, I so hate that I couldn't go.
Bristlemouth of Cove Horror.
From IPI Comics, a new publisher, in a hauntingly drawn series, a brave female cancer survivor must battle her own issues as well as the horror that stalks she and her friends in the forest around the Cove.
In capital letters, the Cove.
That stalks she?
No, it should be stalks her and her friends. Yes.
Okay. This story is for fans of Children of the Woods. This story for fans of Children of the Woods plays like an introspective take on Evil Dead. Wow. I was too busy rewriting.
Derek doesn't proofread. No, he just copy and paste.
This is what they gave us.
And this one really needed some editing.
It did, and so I was in editing mode when I got to the bottom, and then I had to edit some more, and I didn't. So, but anyways, I'm a huge horror person, so I'm curious about Bristlemouth
Cove.
Bristlemouth, a Cove horror. Not really sure how those words work together, but anyway.
Covenant is on issue number 2. I have not yet read number 1. Have you read number 1?
I did.
I really wanted to.
I want to see where it goes. It wasn't. There were a couple new books out the week that Cabinet came out. It was not my favorite one. Oddly enough, Infernal, which hasn't had number 2 out yet, came out the same week as number 1, and I really enjoyed that one a little bit more. But the Cabinet was definitely an interesting start, and I love the covers.
The Infernals.
The Infernals, yes, sorry.
Well, there's the variant,
especially the Marguerite sausage covers. So not sausage, sausage or something like that. But I say sausage.
Probably supposed to be savage, but anyway.
If Marguerite wants to message me,
Carnage number 5.
Say it, then we'll try to get that right along with James Tiny Onion. That's what I want to call him.
Tiny Onion?
James Tiny Onion. Oh, no, put that back up.
Why?
So that actually, I believe, is one of my 2 cover picks, because that is just fun as another word that starts with F. I mean, if you notice, their heads aren't like solid colored heads. They're like
streaks.
Mm-hmm. I love that cover. I love that cover. That is so fun.
And their heads are like splitting to make their mouths. It's really
well. It's
very symbiote,
which is accurate for the characters.
It is.
I really
very symbiote.
I typically like Venom Carnage covers just because they tend to go so into the over the top sort of thing. This is just so well done. Not doing just a block of red and a block of black for their heads.
Oh, excuse me, Juan Herrera.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, so I don't know if this is his. How long he's been doing covers, or this is his first, but I'll get that a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about with the streaks, the tendrils, I guess. They're made up of tendrils.
Dark Ride is on issue number 11.
Image Book still going strong.
Dark Spaces Dungeon is back with issue 4. And Dustin Nguyen has done the variant cover there, which is just what's going on there.
That is a really fun cover.
Creepy.
Making a cover pick is getting to be very difficult because there are so many fun covers.
So many. Derek just read this one, so I know he can tell you about it. But this is a second printing for Displaced number 1.
So a town, Oshawa, Canada,
disappears.
Kind of like if you watch the TV show La Brea, kind of the same thing. Gets sucked into the ground. Giant sinkhole there. Nothing else. But what is different about this one is there are some folks from Oshawa who are outside at the time. And within just a couple of days, people begin to forget that Oshawa ever existed, period. And then at the end of the book, mysteriously, we find that the giant hole in the ground is gone, and there just never was an Oshawa. The town that was on the other side is now that much closer to that was on the west side of Oshawa is now that much closer to the east side, as if there was never anything in between them. So I'm really curious to see where they go with that. But I mean, even like one of the characters who was on the outside, her mother-in-law and father-in-law are beginning to forget their son and their grandson who were in the town when it disappeared. I'm really curious to see what happens.
So we also have what is considered a first printing because it was reserved for Comics Pro. This was in color was the 1 in 25, but the black and white is the Comics Pro exclusive that we have.
Is that Displaced?
Uh-huh.
That is an awesome cover. I like that.
Yep. Edenwood is on issue number 5.
Do you want that with ratio variants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you think? Because it's got to get priced.
Yeah.
Fables is on issue number 162 of 162. That's right, guys. This is the end of Fables. And this is the variant cover by Mark Birmingham. Buckingham.
Buckingham?
It's Burke. There's an R in it.
No, there's not.
Oh, there's not. Buckingham.
There never was before.
Mark Buckingham. Sorry. I can't read my own hand.
And unfortunately, Bill Williamson has gotten a case of the ass with DC and has stated he will never work for them again. So this will be the end of Fables unless they decide to do something without him, which they really shouldn't. Sorry.
They're both poor people. don't know what you're doing.
I
Trying to figure it out.
don't either.
Firefly the Fall Guys, issue number 6. This is also the final issue.
There needs to be a big thank you, by the way.
Thank you. Because this is a super, super, super gorgeous cover.
It is.
You know, she is the sexy
And I don't like
sex queen.
I don't
She
like
is actually the sex queen.
well, yeah, I mean, she was a hooker. I mean,
That's
there's
what
no
she
ways
does.
about it. Courtesan, maybe.
Courtesan. Yes.
But I don't like. I make it clear that I don't like what they call virgin. We call full art covers, but the coloring change on this is just so hot.
Beautiful.
So that's the 1 in 10 ratio.
It's beautiful. And guys, if you haven't read Fall Guys, you need to read it because it's super fun. Because, you know, if you like Serenity or Firefly at all, you will appreciate that they get falsely accused and they're spend the whole time trying to figure out how to get unfalsely accused and get the job done. Because, you know, they steal stuff. No, they don't. Of course they don't. They're good guys. They would never.
They're good guys doing what they have to do to get by.
That's right. Fish flies. I said it right.
You did.
Just in time for it to be issue number 5. Oh no, it's 7. So there's still 2 more. It's not the end of Fish Flies. But this is the Duncan Figurato cover. It's a little creepy. She's got snot running out of her nose.
I need to
and
get
stuff.
caught up on Fish Flies. I don't know where it's gone. It was a weird ass book originally. Ass is no longer a dirty word as far as I'm concerned, by the way.
301 of G.I. Joe is on its 3rd printing.
Like, there's a book called 301?
302, no, sorry, that's the 2nd printing. 302 is on its 3rd printing. And 303, oh, wait.
Are you sure about this?
Yep.
301 is on its 2nd, and 302 is on its 3rd?
Wait, hold on. 301, no, that's right. 301 is on its 3rd printing. I had it right. I just second guessed myself. 3rd printing, 301. 2nd printing, no. 3rd printing, 302. 2nd printing, 303. Okay, I can read.
This is the continuation of the original G.I. Joe story by Larry Hama.
Obviously very popular since we were on 3rd printing.
Very, very popular. I was very surprised how well it has sold.
And it's time for another new number 1. That's right. It's Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. Is he going to get his final vengeance? How many issues will it take for him to get his final vengeance?
Well, Marvel doesn't tell us, though, and I'm fairly sure it's not an ongoing series, but they don't want to tell us how long it's going to be. So, who is the new spirit of vengeance? I know the answer to that, but they don't tell us. Johnny Blaze was bonded with the spirit of vengeance. Unwilling to be a monster, Johnny used this demon from hell to do good as the Ghost Rider. But heroism isn't what the rider was meant for. So, who will be the new spirit of vengeance? And what will it mean for the Marvel Universe? Find out in this extra-sized 1st issue by writer Benjamin Percy and new hot art sensation Danny Kim. As usual, as usual for Ghost Rider covers, it's got some really, really fine covers.
But this is a gorgeous foil, guys.
That is truly
You need to
nice.
hold it up over there because it just doesn't do my camera just doesn't do justice to the foils.
Well, and here we get the reflection, but still, it is a super fine cover.
But it's really sweet. If any cover, any character needed to be in foil,
yeah,
Ghost Rider definitely make all the flames foil. That is just the brilliant.
That really just rocks. And I don't think I'm giving too much away because it's been talked about and reported. But the hood is the new spirit of
there's another one.
vengeance.
But wait, there's more. I think that's the 1 in 25. Is it? Is that the ratio? Yes, it is. That is a ratio 1 in 25 by Matthias.
I was thinking that we got one, but I wasn't sure.
Matthias Manhani.
That's how I go, Manhani.
Okay. Moving on. Green Lantern is on number 8.
Green Lantern is the place to be.
No, that is Green Acres. You are completely wrong. This is Doc Shiner's.
That's a really hot cover.
This is Nathan Surdsey, which he always does some really nice covers.
Especially on how many tattoos.
I like that she is just making jets and just making them fly around.
Well, I don't know.
It's her.
I guess it looks like it's her.
It's her willpower. I mean, he's in a real jet.
No,
I guess it's him because
ring is
he's
lit
got
up.
the
I was
ring
gonna
lit up.
say, yeah, she's never been. I won't say she's never been a Green Lantern, but
What is she doing right there?
That's not her. That's Jessica Cruz.
Well, who's the other one then?
That's
They look exactly the same.
That's his wife. Well, not his wife anymore, but was his wife once upon a time. What the heck is her name? She runs the airline that he works for. Dang it, I can't remember her name. But anyways, that's who that is. That's Jessica Cruz. She's a Green Lantern. She's a human Green Lantern. Maybe that's why she looks the same, but she is Hispanic and the other one is not.
They look the same.
Well, that would be an artist issue.
It's time for a new number one.
She was
Helen of Windhorn.
Is it pink? They weren't pink lanterns. What were they? I should know my lantern colors. Anyway.
You really should.
Anyway.
By the way, if you want a lantern ring, be sure to ask when you check out because we do have lantern rings to give you if you're reading Holy Lantern.
Green ones or other colors?
I think we have green ones.
Okay.
But I know we have some rings. I don't know if we have multiple colors, but we have rings.
So, Helen of Windhorn, number one from Dark Horse Comics. From the Eisner Award-winning and best-selling creative team of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Doesn't tell you who they are, so I'll tell you. It's Tom King and Bilquis Ively. I'm not really sure how to say her name. Their name. I don't know.
Evely.
Sure.
There's no R, but it's...
Comes this gothic sword and sorcery epic that's Conan the Barbarian meets the Wizard of Oz. Following the tragic death of her late father, C.K. Cole, the esteemed pulp writer and creator of the popular warrior character Othan, Helen Cole is called back to her grandfather's enormous and illustrious estate, Windhorn House. Scarred by Cole's untimely passing and lost in a new, strange world, Helen wreaks drunken havoc upon her arrival. However, her chaotic ways begin to soften as she discovers a lifetime of secrets hiding within the myriad rooms and hallways of the expansive manor. For outside its walls, within the woods, dwell the legendary adventures that once were locked away within her father's stories. I'm a huge Tom King fan, so I am really, really curious. And I thought most of these covers were really gorgeous. So I am really curious to read this and see exactly what it's about. If you get number one, by the way, if you buy number one, you will get a free copy of number two, because we are that awesome.
I thought you had to subscribe. No? You just had to buy number one?
Just to buy number one, yeah.
Hexpaw, left paw of the devil. Say hello to the new boss. Same as the old boss, except he's a cat.
And she didn't show it. That's got spot for all there.
I did show it.
Did you show it there?
I did.
Oh, I didn't see you.
That's why I pulled it out.
I try to ignore you.
House of Slaughter, number 21. That's right. Ashcan preview was of number 21, but now number 21 is actually out. Werther Dell'Edera does his regular covers. Antonio has done... His name is Antonio Fuso.
Okay. It's a variant Fuso. Sometimes our label makers can't really process the English language.
No, they can't read my writing. I just think it's what the problem is.
I can't read your writing after 10 years.
I freely admit that, yeah, but,
Keep going.
the artist's name go together. That's just the way it works.
Yeah,
It's a Spot UV. It's Spot UV. You have to hold it up over there so you can see. It's all the different trees behind him and stuff.
All the stuff behind him. I don't know if you can catch that. Oh, you can
And
sort of see
Nima
it there.
Malavia did the A cover, and this is the 1 in 15 full art variant of that cover.
That looks really cool in real life.
David Marquez did the 1 in 25 full art variant, and this should have been first, but this is the Andrea Sorrentino FOC reveal variant. Those masks are back, but this time it's for House of Slaughter. And then the unlockable is the Dell'Edera, Werther Dell'Edera, which they made into 2 words. Oops. Oh no.
No, we're plugged into my thing now, so we're not going to lose it.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does.
Here's this box. That's not going to work, is it?
You know what?
Hang on a second. I got to go over the top.
Just put it behind me because I keep screwing. Put it behind me. I keep screwing up.
He's screwing up. I'll go on. It's I Hate Fairyland. It's issue number 12. Brett Bean. There's only 2?
There's only 2, and neither one is by Scotty Young.
I thought there were more.
Which really disappoints me.
Oh, I can't leave that up there. What am I doing? Wait. I left the... Yeah, the A cover is by Brett Bean. I said that already. So then it's time for a new number one. I Heart Skull Crusher from Boombox. It's number one of a 5-issue series. 18-year-old Treaty will do anything to compete in her favorite sport, screaming paintball, alongside her longtime hero, Skull Crusher. But she can't do it alone, and a gaggle of misfits is just what she needs to cross the American wastes and battle in Queen Mob's deadly tournament. With Trini's dreams of being just like Skull Crusher on the line, do she and her friends have what it takes to win a coveted spot on their team? Breakout writer and screenwriter Josie Campbell, along with rising star artist Alicio Zono, brings sports action to post-apocalyptic America with comic relief and brevity at its heart. And we finished it off with the Alicio Zono full art unlockable variant.
Okay.
It is so cute.
I think I've rearranged it over here. I am really curious to read this one.
Yeah, that one's really cute.
I think I might have made this one of your picks.
That's definitely a pick of mine, for sure.
Either I kept it or I made it one of yours. I honestly don't know which.
It's definitely a choice for me. Kayless, number one from Silverline Comics. That's right, it's another number one. In 1967, the CIA sent astronauts into space to investigate an astronomical anomaly. Unfortunately, before they could report their findings, they mysteriously vanished, never to be seen again. That is until today, when one of those long missing astronauts, Scott Anders, crashes to Earth and emerges powerful, totally unscathed, and hell-bent on one purpose: to return to where he has been for all those decades. But where has he been? How did he gain his new invulnerability? What is the mysterious organization that stands in his way, determined to protect the secret of Kayless at all costs? The answers to these mysteries start here.
Sounds interesting.
So is
enough.
Kayless the place he was?
I gather the secrets of Kayless. So I gather that's the
That kind of gave it away, didn't it?
planet.
Because, you know, if you are a Star Trek fan, Kayless is not a place.
Oh, really? What is? I'm going to guess a
Kayless
person.
he is the spiritual leader of the Klingons. It says, in 1967, the CIA sent astronauts into space and lost them until today, when Scott Anders crashed to the ground.
And that is from, I didn't realize it was from Silverline. Silverline is apparently the same as Gemstone. That's interesting.
Looney Tunes! It's on issue number 277. Hey, do you know the Looney Tunes? I don't know. Brace yourself, Duck. Aren't you the doctor? I can't do.
You can't do
voices. No. But I do have a new cover art for Man's Best, the Ash Can. That's right. It's a Comics Pro exclusive Ash Can for Man's Best. And if you want the Ash Can that was out before, it's now signed.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I haven't created it yet, but it's in there somewhere. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars Facsimile number 3. How many of the issues are these? Oh, 12 issues.
12 issues.
They're going to do all 12.
Apparently they're going to do all 12.
Yeah,
yes.
we're at 3.
But
there is a foil variant as well.
For those of you who are suckers for the foil.
He is a sucker for the foil. You want to hold up your foil cover and show it?
It's not my foil cover. It's anybody who wants to buy it.
Okay. Hawaiian Comics Relief. Maui Mighty Comics.
Are you sure that?
Do you see who's on the front cover?
Oh, no, I did not.
After the headlines have faded, the effects of the disastrous Maui fires are still being felt. Number One Comics has responded with Maui Mighty Comics, a fundraiser comic for which all of the proceeds will go to Maui relief. Roger McKenzie, Steve Butler, and Mort Todd delivered 2 Mr. Mixic tales. Renee King Thompson and Sandy Carruthers introduce Miss Molecule, the hero who shrinks from danger. And Mackenzie and Ben Torres revive Carlton's martial arts legend, Yang. Also included is a remastered classic Carlton tale of Captain Mercury by Joe Gill and Rocky Mastroserio. There we go. So it's really cool, guys.
fundraiser comics
help
for
help Hawaii and get some fun and enjoyment at the same time. What could go wrong? Nothing. It's worth it.
and it's 64 pages.
Napalm Lullaby. It's a new #1 from Image Comics, and Derek's going to tell you all about it.
The best-selling creative duo of Rick Remender and Bengal reteamed for Napalm Lullaby, an all-new, ongoing dystopian epic with a special double-length first issue. A child with unimaginable power is raised to believe he is God by a cult of zealots utterly confident in the moral authority of their religion. The magnificent leader has imposed his will on humanity and created the ultimate theocracy. Join them or be cast out to suffer with the masses. I'm curious as heck about it. It's got some really fun covers.
Those last two are ratios. No one is on issue 8, guys. North Valley Grimoire is on issue 5. These are some super sweet books that you need to read. There's only one more issue of this. This is Jimmy Rockwell. And this is the super fun
I'm not looking, so I can't help you.
Cafario movie homage, which is definitely not what that label says. What movie is it, guys? Let us know in the comments below.
I have no idea. I need to get
I
caught
feel
up
like
in
I
this book.
should know, but I can't think of it. All right, Derek, tell us about One Hand. We have a second printing of #1.
So the cool thing about One Hand, there's 2 books. There's the One Hand, which is this one, and then there's the Six Fingers. Both books are co-plotted and created by Ram V and Dan Waters. And then one of the books is written by Ram V. The other book is written by Dan Waters. And One Hand tells the story from the point of view of the cop. It's a sort of a murder mystery. Tells the story from the point of view of the cop, whereas the Six Fingers tells the story from the point of view from the perpetrator, although he doesn't actually even know that he's the perpetrator or why he's the perpetrator. Really, really, really fun.
Spoilers.
How?
You didn't know he didn't know he was this.
Oh, I'm
didn't
sorry.
know.
Okay, sorry.
This is a 1 per store secret thank you variant.
But I highly recommend this book. If you're into crime stuff at all, this is really good. But even if you're not, the hook of getting it from 2 different directions is so much fun to me.
I need to read it.
I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
Othan, the Vanquish. The Vanquish. That's what it says. You don't have a description of this one.
No, because that is actually that is a cover for Helen of Windhorn.
Oh, it is.
That is a variant. Yes, I hate that they did that, but that is one of the variant covers for Helen of Windhorn.
Okay.
I meant to point that out, and I didn't. But if you see down here, it says Helen of Windhorn #1.
Yeah.
Even though it looks very
much
much
to the
like
side so we can get a corrected label, because that's not right. Our Bones Dust. Y'all, I cannot wait to read this issue. I haven't read it yet, but I have so enjoyed this dystopian story. This is Jarrett Mullet variant cover. I don't know what's going on there. It looks like the kid is being reanimated by the machine. I don't know. I'm looking forward to reading that one. Outsiders is on issue #5. And Francesco Mattina has done the variant cover.
That is an awesome Mattina cover, in my opinion.
He's really branching into the light. I like it.
Covers you can actually see.
I like it.
Kind of a change.
Petrolhead is on issue #5 as well. Have you read Petrolhead?
I have not.
And this is PJ Holden. Time for Power Pack and Into the Storm.
Number 2,
3. This is #2. It is the Power Rangers, The Return. Written by Amy Jo Johnson. And this is an Ijikure variant cover. You know, Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger.
Who you met at Comics
Who
Pro
I met at
in
Comics
Pittsburgh.
Pro, and have a Boom exclusive, limited to 350 variant cover. And also, one of these is signed by Amy Jo Johnson. Also from Comics Pro, we have in your bags this week, hopefully, until we ran out of them. So, you know, you got to get in early if you want to get yours. A Prayer for the Hunted. It's a new graphic, original graphic novel.
This is a sampler?
Mhm. Yep.
Hey, Lorraine, how are you?
Red Hood, The Hill is on issue something.
Number 2.
Issue 2.
This is the story of Jason Todd,
Deadly
Red Hood,
Duality.
in his new home, The Hill, suburb of Gotham.
Red Light from AWA is on issue number 3.
Number 1 of this book was so fun, so good, and I have not had a chance to read 2
Oh, number
or
2 is
3.
good. I haven't read number 3, but number 2 is good.
I am really looking forward
Yeah,
to
you are.
these.
This is a Danny cover.
I
You need to
I
read
don't
it.
smile. I shouldn't be on camera at all, let alone talking. But,
He
but
doesn't like.
there,
He
you see, you
doesn't
got
like.
it. That's as
Oh,
close as
you
it
got
gets.
to smile.
That's as close as it gets.
Yay! Lorraine, you need to log in every week. This is Chris Ferguson and Priscilla Petriades.
You and your
Petriades?
label
No,
people.
they are not supposed to make them that small. We're going to have a discussion.
If you can't read the label, why make the label?
We're going to have a discussion. Yes. I agree. If you can't read it, there's no point in making the label. Rick and Morty Super Spring Break Special number 1, which I'm hoping is a one-shot, but you don't have anything for it. No description of our beautiful one-shot here.
It's Rick and Morty. Okay. That's the description.
And apparently there's a wet t-shirt contest.
They're doing Rick and Morty things in another Rick and Morty comic. I got nothing. I am not going to be reading Rick and Morty descriptions anymore.
It's Rick and Morty, guys.
If you don't know,
Wesley Dodd Sandman is on issue number 6.
Last issue of the Wesley Dodd Sandman.
And Sebastian Pomara has done the variant cover.
Really, really fun original Sandman cover.
And then it's time for the SCP Comics Who We Poke With Sticks one-shot.
It sounds interesting.
Aloha Comics / Parabooks. I don't know what that means. Tell us about it, Derek.
That's the publisher. Aloha Comics / Parabooks. I don't know. That's what it said.
Okay.
Step into an unassuming home where ordinary objects surround you. Furniture, teacups, toothbrushes. But you're not here by chance. Your mission? Identify the one item that could spell your doom, transform you into a nightmare, or whisk the room into another realm. Time is of the essence. Unravel the mystery or face dire consequences.
Dun, dun, dun.
It
really sounded like that. He did a dun, dun, dun.
I mean, that is an intriguing as hell description. I've got no idea.
Proper English, guys.
Yeah, it actually makes sense. I've got no idea what the book is about or what the SCP part stands for, but I am curious as heck. It doesn't say anywhere on it that I can see.
SCP, We Who Poke With Sticks.
See, they're over here, Parabooks, but there it said Aloha Comics also on Diamond's website. So I have no idea, but I am really, really curious. Oh, it's polybagged. That stinks. It's polybagged.
Sinister Sons is on issue number 2.
A story of the son of Sinestro and Zod.
Yep. Skeeters is back with issue number 4. I don't know what's going on there, but that does not look comfortable at all.
No, it does not. But neither is getting mosquito bitten. So
okay, so last week, right? Was last week Spawn 350?
No, it was like 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay, a little while ago, Spawn 350.
It was actually, I think, our last video.
Maybe
because we did it for the video.
But guess what came in, guys? That's right. It's a retailer exclusive thank you variant, 1 per store. Signed by Todd McFarlane.
Yep. So if you want Todd's signature,
and it says, "We're both killing it."
So if you want Todd's signature on a limited edition book, then pony up, and it can be yours.
You need some label.
Yes, I see that.
Speed Force is on issue number 5.
It came out later than the other 250s because they had to send it off to
They had to
Todd
send it
get
off to
signed.
Todd for him to sign them all. Spider-Gwen Smash is on issue 4.
Spider-Gwen.
And the Amazing Spider-Man is on issue number 45. What series of Spider-Man is this? Like 4 or 5?
Oh, God only knows.
6, 8, 10, 12.
They have had plenty of Amazing Spider-Man since the original Amazing Spider-Man.
But this is the Vitaly Migatori What If Avengers Disney 100 variant. Avengers Assemble! Yeah, I don't sound like Goofy at all. And then we have Carmen
Okay.
Carnero.
I'm not even trying to do Goofy because I'm sure I can't, but you at least got to go, duh. I mean, Goofy are talking with a, duh. Well, I'll be.
Let's go, my pile.
Well, I was actually going to say
Symbiote Spider-Man 29.99. What?
Gomer Pyle. But isn't that what Goofy is?
Okay. Greg Land did the variant cover here. My ear itches.
This has some really, really fun covers.
And this is Roge Antonia's design incentive variant, which is the 1 in 10.
And it also introduces a new future symbiote in the 2029 era.
2099.
What I say?
Not 2029.
Oh, 2099.
That's not very far away.
No. It is not.
Really, 2099 is not that far away either.
Also true.
I just think back. There was a point where 2001 was far away.
Hmm.
Star Wars Darth Vader, number 44. And we have the first of our Women's History Month variants, which is Rey Skywalker. I'm sorry, they're not history. They're fiction. They are not women's history. They're fiction.
It was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Long, long time ago. History. The hell?
No.
It makes perfectly good sense.
When they did the ones where the X-Men were dressing up as women from the past, that was women's history. This is not. They're fictional. They're not women's history. The nefarious Niv Drendow is in Star Wars The High Republic Adventures.
Definitely.
Mace Windu is on number 2.
We didn't read Symbiote Spider-Man.
Oh, you didn't read? Go ahead.
Here, look at the 1 in 25 while we do. There will be a new symbiote on the loose. Comic legend Peter David triumphantly returns to pen the next epic chapter in the symbiote saga alongside artist Raj Antonio. This time, set your time circuits ahead to the techno-dystopian future of 2099. Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, is facing a hostile takeover of his own body. Kron Stone, the Venom of 2099, wages an all-out assault on Alchemax, and the only hope of stopping him lies with the power awakened by a top-secret project gone terribly wrong. What must Miguel sacrifice to seal the bond with his new symbiote? His body? His mind? His very soul? Dun dun dun. So, there.
Okay.
You can hand me that back.
Anyway, Mace Windu is on issue number 2. And guess what? Tierna Pomlo is our Women's History Month variant.
That's the artist or the character?
No, that's the character.
Oh.
See, you didn't even know that.
Oh, I don't have a clue. I really admit my Star Wars stuff. I mean, I enjoy Star Wars, but I'm not going to memorize all this.
Suicide Squad Dream Team 4-issue miniseries.
From DC Comics, when Amanda Waller makes her move to seize ultimate power in the DCU, nothing will stand in her way, not even the future. Spinning out of the events of Titan's Beast World comes the story of Dreamer, the precog dreamwalker who has run afoul of the most power-hungry villain in DCU history. With a superpowered hero who can see the future on her side, is Waller's Suicide Squad finally unstoppable? Join Harley Quinn, Bizarro, Clock King, Black Alice, and Deadeye for the fight for DC's future, the next big step toward the cataclysmic event of 2024. So if you're a fan of the DCU, this is part of the stepping stones leading into whatever is going to be the huge happening later this year. And this series is actually written by Nicole Maines, who played Dreamer on the CW Supergirl TV show. fun foil cover there.
What?
That, unlike Marble Foils, does not cost 3 arms and well, they're not that bad, but it doesn't cost as much as Marble Foils. Let's just put it that
Super
way.
Humanity Volume 1, The Super Australians. 26 top Aussie writers and artists tell a jam tale over 4 issues of 12 superheroes surging into meta-charged actions that crisscrosses the Australian continent.
That was tough.
Wow. 28 top Aussie writers and artists.
26.
26. Okay, I can't.
26 top Aussie writers and artists tell a jam tale over 4 issues of 12 superheroes surging in a meta-charged action that crisscrosses the Australian continent. See, all in one breath.
Show off.
So if you want to get some foreign Australian heroes here, I don't know if they're all first appearances or what, but I love the indie books, so we always have the indie books for you. Action Comics number 1063.
1053. That's a 6. That's a 6. 1063. I have new glasses coming, guys. Just never fear. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is on number 149. They are on the road to 150, and guess what number 149 means?
150's next.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, I got it.
That's what it means. By the way, we are wearing our Free Comic Day shirts.
Yes, we
because
are.
the first Saturday in May is Free Comic Day.
It'll be here soon.
Put it on your schedule. It really will. The Immortal Thor is on issue number 8.
That is a creepy cover.
It is. And Alexander Lozano has done the variant cover. Thundercats. Number 2. Thundercats did really well for Dynamite Comics. And I just want you to know that if you look at the back pages, multiple, it shows all the cover variants that were available for issue number 2 for Thundercats. And it is multiple pages.
So I read that issue number 2 of Thundercats introduces a new Thundercat character. And it's it's a female character. So my question is she that is on the screen now, is she a new character or is she an existing Thundercat already? Because I know nothing other than it was a cartoon way back in the day, and I'm sure a toy line.
I think she is the new character. One of them I had written what her name was. They didn't write it on the label though. Nope, they did not.
But anyway, it does introduce a new character, a new female Thundercat character.
So I would know what her name was. It was on when I wrote the descriptions. But anyway, there's lots of covers. So let me just get through all these covers that we have. These are the Ivan Tao.
I'll do this one right over here.
Yeah.
Foil.
And this is the 1 in 15 cover. David Nakayama Blacklight variant.
This is by Perillo.
And this is the Rob Liefeld variant. Here she is. This one says it. Nope, they didn't write it. I know I wrote what it was.
Anyway, keep going.
I know I wrote her name. That's the new cover. That's the new character. That's not the same. That's not the character we were just looking at, though.
Okay, and there's the full version of that cover.
Does that one say it?
Nope.
We also have a second printing of number 1 because, like I said, it was really popular, and we have a Rob Liefeld 1 in 10 variant for number 1.
Second printing,
yes, which is the Polar. We do have a couple of number 1s first prints left.
We do not a lot, but we do have a couple. It's sold a whole lot better than I expected it to.
Toxic Command from John Carpenter.
Toxic Commando.
Sorry, there's an O in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have new glasses coming. Okay, they're coming.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, Rise of the Sludge God, number 1 of 3 from Dark Horse Comics. A normal day for Obsidian CEO Leon Dorsey becomes horrific when his search for clean energy accidentally awakens an ancient sludgy evil. Humanity's last hope against a toxic future rests with a private group of commandos. Written by Michael Moresi and featuring artwork by Alberto J. Albuquerque, Rise of the Sludge God is a prequel to the upcoming game by Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment called John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. And I mean, it is probably nothing at all like the Toxic Avenger, but That's what it really makes me think of is the Toxic Avenger.
Transformers is on issue number 6. Andre Lima Araujo has done the variant cover. And Orlando Arcina has done the 1-in-10 ratio variant. This Energon universe is really sweet, really cool. The way they've done this is really sweet. So if you're not reading the Energon universe, if you're G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Void Rivals all together in the same universe.
And I finally got a chance to read Void Rivals #1, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. Regardless of the whole tie-in and stuff, I just thought it was a really well done comic book.
Yep.
The cool thing about that is, although it is owned by Hasbro, and I'm sure will be a toy line or something, it is created by Robert Kirkman from The Walking Dead. So, I mean, it is really, really good. I was done. Sorry.
Ultimate Black Panther. Oh no, that's number 1.
Number 1, second printing.
They're in the backwards order. I try to put them in the. That's RB Silva's second printing. This is Stephanie Casillo's number 2. And this is Boss Logic, which is also a beautiful cover.
Very nice cover.
I really like the way the Panthers look like they're actually moving. The one in front of the camera looks like it's a catching them in the wild. And then this is Natasha Bustos, which is also a really sweet cover.
I'll give you it's interesting. I don't know how to say it's sweet, but it is definitely interesting. But I'm glad there's now a second printing, so I get to read it. Get my second printing of this, and the third printing of Spider-Man, and my first printing of X-Men, and I can actually read the Ultimate Universe.
Rob Cannon's connecting variant. You gonna read Washed in Blood? Or am I just gonna?
No, I would like to. Washed in Blood, number 1 of 3 from Massive Comics. What if you were called upon by the worst god of all time? In a frozen apocalyptic wasteland, a young cult survivor hears the voice of the self-proclaimed god of guns. Like any human would be, he is hypnotized by the prospect of power by listening to this divine freak. A path to salvation paved with love, turmoil, and mostly death. Explore the world of Kevin Rodatelli and Massive's take on Black Mirror with a post-apocalyptic twist. A tale inspired by Mad Max, Hellraiser, Fallout, and the filmography of David Cronenberg. Some fun-looking covers. I'll give you that much. Not really sure what's going on the cover.
So apparently the god's name is Colt.
That's a kind of gun, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
I figured this out because this says, praise Colt the God on his shirt. Her shirt. I don't know, their shirt. This one says, goddess to some, nightmare to others. So it looks up your alley.
Is that supposed to be the god?
I guess so.
That weird thing? Because that is really, really weird.
What if Venom is on issue number 2? Gerard Sandoval's variant cover. And Chris Campañas did the design incentive variant. It's time for another new number 1. This one from Ahoy Comics.
Sorry, I was putting books away. And you didn't say the name of it. Wrong Earth Dead Ringers number 1 of 5. Ahoy's acclaimed multiverse comic returns for a new 5-issue run by the original creative team. Dragonfly Man and Stinger are back where they belong on campy Earth Alpha, but Earth Omega's gritty Dragonfly and Stinger 2 are now trapped there too. Will their vigilante violence infect the planet's innocent code-approved culture? And what happens when 2 heroes want to share Dragonfly Man's civilian identity, billionaire Richard Fame? The agonizing answers will shake Fortune City to its foundations. If you have not read any of Wrong Earth and you are at all into independent comics, you really should. It is a really good take on the whole concept of the 1960s Batman TV show Batman compared to the Dark Knight Christopher Nolan movies Batman. They are 2 different universes and they cross as universes tend to do. It really, really fun. I strongly recommend it. That's why there's Dragonfly Man on one planet or one Earth and Dragonfly on another Earth. Really, really good book. Strongly recommend. And you can jump on with any of the miniseries they do. It's not like you need to go all the way back to the original starting point.
Dead X-Men, issue number 3.
Dead X-Men.
And then The Fall of the
That should
House
be
of
a-
X
that
is
should be
back
like
with issue number 3.
A song by the Smiths or by Morrissey.
Dead X-Men. And David Yarden did the Goodbye Krakoa variant.
Goodbye, Krakoa.
It's so sad.
We hardly knew ye.
We really did. And it's X-Men. And they're killing him off. Not fair. Can't help but he's a tree. Island tree. Wolverine is on issue number 45. Look at this one. They made it 3 lines, but they still.
Oh, like, I can't even begin. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the Wolverine, the Sabretooth Through the Ages wraparound variant. And we're going to finish up the comics with Zawa number 5. Zawa and the Belly of the Beast.
Finally got a chance to read up to number 3, I think, on Zawa. I really, really enjoyed it.
It's
This is
good.
some really good stuff.
It's really
Really
fun.
good stuff.
And it's really beautiful pictures,
We
too.
have an awesome
Look at the Rian Gonzalez cover.
Rian Gonzalez. I guess the other ones were all damaged. That's why you didn't show the other Rian Gonzalez this week. There are actually 2 Rian Gonzalez books this week, which hasn't been any in so long. I was really surprised.
It was part of the damages, yeah.
But anyway,
Very
I love
sad.
Rian Gonzalez artwork.
And this one is by Logan Ferber.
So Zawa, strongly recommend.
It's
This
yeah,
is so much fun.
It's so much fun.
So much
It
fun.
really is. Really, really is. All right, so now it's time for manga. And the reason I say now it's time for manga is because I'm gonna have to go through this pretty darn quickly because I got a lot from Comics Pro. So we've got some new stuff and we've got some actual whole series now because you know I'm great and I said yes, I'll take that. Animal Crossing. We're open.
Volume 6.
I just realized this has a sticker. Can you get that sticker off? Apple Black. We have issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4. 4 being the new one. We also have an issue 1 downstairs. Cherry Magic 30 Years of Virginity can make you a wizard.
Wow. Okay. Sort of is the answer to your question.
Demons of the Shadow Realm. Just flash it in front of them so they can see the cover.
Number 2. You don't have any. Well, you do have some full size stuff.
There you go.
Yes, I do know.
Final Fantasy 13. Erosia Academy. Somebody who plays Final Fantasy, tell me how to pronounce that. I don't play Final Fantasy. Never have. I've not played a single Final Fantasy. All right, so we have from Saturday AM, which is manga, but it's facing the right way. American manga.
Facing the American one.
Facing the American way, yes. So we have Hammer number 1, Hammer number 2, Hammer number 3, and Hammer number 4. You can read the whole Hammer series. Unfortunately, I did not get their new one, which is really
5?
super cool. No, the girl who has a shooty thing on her hand.
Oh, that's one of my favorite mangas. The girl has a shooty thing on her hand.
It's called Clock Striker. Clock Striker. It's a really good series. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I think our son is gay. Number 1.
Is that one you picked up?
No.
Really? Okay. I have no recollection of ordering that. What do I know? I've gotten stuck with ordering the manga because nobody else here will, and I don't read manga, so I know
The
nothing about
massively multiplayer world of ghosts.
the TV show.
Don't think the massively multiplayer world is a TV show. My Dress Up Darling. Also number 1. My Happy Marriage. Number 1. All right. Now, from Diamond, we have One Piece. Number something or other, 105.
105 One Piece.
And then we have One Piece Ace's Story, the new number 1. And we have Shokukugi no Sanji, number 1.
A couple of new jump on points.
It's really
if you
good.
Want to get into my
If you like Sanji and you like cooking and you like the food manga trope, there you go. Back to Comics Pro, we have Titan King number 1 and number 2. Twisted Wonderland. This is super cool because this is a spot foil manga cover. That's right, spot foil on your manga. Yellow Stringer number 1. Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire number 7.
I do. Here, volunteering here. Me. Male or female?
You don't want to marry anybody. So
or...
don't even try it.
Millionaire? Yeah, you get $1 million, I'll put a ring on it. In that order, I will put a ring on it.
Okay, so remember I told you that in your bags this week, if you get here early, you'll get a sneak preview of an original graphic novel called Prayer for the Hunted. Well, guess what? If you want, you can go ahead and buy volume 1 and volume 2 of A Prayer for the Hunted. It's because I went to Comics Pro and I have them already.
Written by Justin Eugene Evans. Do you want to give anything about what it's about?
Sure.
You who have glasses?
Give me this. Abandoned by his CIA handler, KGB double agent Nikolai Dzerzhinsky desperately seeks asylum in the U.S. before he is discovered. He offers the Washington Post photographic proof of U.S. war crimes in exchange for safe passage into America. His former CIA handler, Anthony Greenglass, has no intention of going to prison. He sends disgraced Special Forces Commander Robert Harper undercover as a journalist. Harper's mission is to intercept the evidence and kill Nikolai Dzerzhinsky. The two men meet at a long-abandoned Soviet listening post deep in the Mexican desert, and both men quickly learn that the hopes and prayers of the hunted are heard by none.
Sounds really interesting.
From Evan Art.
Definitely a Reggie Batts book.
It is, for sure.
And I really like the
Redacted.
Thank you. Like I know the word until I tried to use it.
Okay, 2 more things from Comics Pro. Very excited to share with you guys. These are some kid books. We have Final Fantasy 13 picture book, The Namazu and the Greatest Gift. When their river starts running dry, the catfish-like Namazu set out on a quest to bring the rain. They meet an otter who just might be able to help, but first they'll have to find, quote, something no one has ever seen, quote. Will the Namazu be able to find this precious thing? Will they be able to make it rain? Look how cute they are. And then finally, we have Chocobo and the Airship, a Final Fantasy picture book. When their town is beset by monsters, tireless inventor Sid and brave little Chocobo work together to build an airship to help save their home. But there's just one problem. How do you make a ship fly? The answer is with a magic flying stone. So the plucky dwarf set off on a perilous journey to find this rare prize. Along the way, they're joined by a group of heroic adventurers, friends of a feather, to help them on their quest. Written by the director of Chocobo's Dungeon 2 and illustrated by the character designer for Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon, this heartwarming story is a treat for Final Fantasy fans of all ages. Chocobo walks across your first page.
Walks across your first page?
Your cover. It has a name. I can't think what it is.
Anyway.
There's your Chocobo. Cute.
All right, and that does it, right?
That does it.
So come in tomorrow. A minute and 8.
7:08. A minute and 8. An hour and 8.
An hour and 8. Come in tomorrow. See
me,
Joetta. See Marno. See Mike. Buy comics. Buy games. Buy stuff. Spend money. Anyway,
like and share our video, please.
Oh yeah, I forget about that kind of stuff. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I think that is the plan, to keep doing these on a weekly basis again.
We're hoping.
Let's hope that life agrees with that. And we'll see y'all later.
If you want to see more, make sure you like and share so we know that you want to see more.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, we won't do it anymore, because if nobody cares, we don't want to do it anymore.
We probably will, because she wants to. So anyway, she will see you all later. If you come in on Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, I will